know, I often say this on the show, but when you think about it, whoever you are, everybody out there, it's if you're going through a terrible time like some illness or recovering or just starting treatment, it's not necessarily always about you. And I don't mean that in the unkindest of ways, but it is about those around you. It affects everybody's life, doesn't it? You know, getting to and from appointments, not wishing to bother them, not wishing to be a nuisance. You feel a pest, don't you? You know, you think, you know, I'm really a burden on these people. So do spare a thought, of course, for Queen Camilla. Camilla, as you know, has valiantly battled on. She's had her own personal health issues over the last year. And now, more importantly, according to a very well-placed source, this really rocked to the core only last week. As ever, let me explain. Hi, nice to see you. Yes, no, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Thank you. By the way, I know we had a lot of fun talking about exercises that you do. When, you know, I was telling you about the knee exercises that I'd seen on YouTube that somebody did. I know if you're like me, don't do them when you're on your own. It takes ages to get off the floor. Have you done that? I know it's all very well, isn't it? You know, when they're young and the video bounce back up. Oh, now do this. Try that. You're looking under the settee thinking, I think I should have hoovered under there a while back. You're with me, aren't you? You know, it's terrible, isn't it, what happens, you know, but they are effective. It's just commitment, isn't it? You know, I don't know if you, yeah. It's sort of like their soul's willing, as they say, but the body's weak, isn't it? You just think, oh, I'll do that one tomorrow. Having another crack, though, you know. I know, aches and pains, I'm putting it down to winter and being, well, too many damn jammy dodgers. I know, trying to cut down. Shocking. You can't either. Well, I know I can see. You like me. What a slave to a vanilla slice, aren't we? Back as ever to your royal story of the day. Now, more seriously, you know, I do really want to send good wishes out to Queen Camilla. As you know, I know her son, Tom, very well. He's a nice boy, very sweet man. And, you know, one has to remember the strain that, as I said in the intro, that people go through alongside His Majesty the King. Big shock for him, big shock for her. Life has to continue, particularly when you're in the public eye, and you have to move forward in the very best that you possibly can. Last week, though, you know, according to an excellent point of source, well, you know, the bottom line was Queen Camilla was rocked to the core because obviously she'd been given very little notice that the errant stepson, Prince Harry, was now suddenly returning. And, you know, just think for a moment, this is a woman who's been derided on the world stage, not just in print, but literally on television interviews about her being difficult and wanting her own way and her own publicity and all of that sort of stuff. And there this guy is coming back when you're under a lot of pressure to look after your partner, your husband, whatever you want to call His Majesty the King, off camera, as it were. You know, they're very sweet together. And, you know, I've been told, literally by an excellent point of source, that, you know, this was very stressful for her because obviously she wanted to give them the opportunity to have that chat, but she now has to pick up the pieces of whatever's gone on and the upset and hurt that possibly that visit did encounter. Not only that, you know, she had to make sure that she was polite, discreet, and obviously keeping out of the way because she did not want to create any more ructions between the two that are already there, as you can imagine. But you see, the bigger problem is, and this is what I mean about this, it's the thing afterwards, isn't it? It's the downplay afterwards, because then you sit down and you wonder, did you do the right thing? Should you have tried harder? It just adds more stress to the point of what you're already going through. Now, one might suggest, of course, that this would never have occurred to the former royal Prince Harry. He was there doing his dutiful son bit, and maybe he didn't care or give a stuff really what he felt about Queen Camilla. But there are people, and they're the ones picking up the pieces, while the others jet off back to leave them to do it. It's a bit like Harry's response, isn't it, when he popped over to see Her Majesty the Queen to make sure the right people were around her. 10 minutes in, of course, and he's back on a plane talking to a TV show. Some might say Camilla deserves her respect and, of course, sending good wishes and all the very best to His Majesty the King, now more than ever. As ever, though, I'd love you to like and share and let me know what you think in the comments below. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.